Mr. Beamer, last week there was a lot of discussion regarding the special meetings and violation of Ohio sunshine laws. You said afterwards that you would personally take action on that, and I just wanted to check and see what action has been taken.
Okay. Well, to my knowledge, there was no violation of any kind of sunshine law. As I mentioned to you, that perhaps we're a little out of practice because we haven't had a special meeting in quite some time, and I have alerted our staff, our Union Township staff, to make an effort to get when and if we have another special meeting that it gets on our website in a timely manner. The requirements for a special meeting is a public notice to the media, and that was done. And we have records of that, and you can come in and view that. And that was done
Right, to the Claremont.
well within the 24-hour notice. So there was no, to my knowledge, there was no
To the Claremont Sun that
violation of,
publishes on Thursday.
the sunshine law. So that is the legal requirements, to notify the media, and we notified the local media, and that is the requirement. We follow the code to the T. As I said, perhaps we're a little out of practice. We should have had done it on our website a little sooner, and we didn't. And I've spoken to the staff about that to make that correction. And then I'll expand on the topic. You also made reference to later about no public comments. And again, following the Ohio Revised Code, as with stated meetings, only topics related to the stated purpose of the meeting can be discussed. And that, as you know, because you were there along with
Yeah.
a few others regarding easements and temporary easements and those kinds of things. And that's, we're guided by that, and we stuck to that agenda. And that's.
Correct, yeah, I
agenda we followed.
understand the purpose for that
And
to be a
that's-
special meeting.
That's what happened.
That was kind of in follow-up from the
Yeah.
Thursday was the prior regularly scheduled, so it came into light as far as there's no mention of a special meeting and what prompted that moving forward into it. But regardless of that aside, I know that there's an attempt to be made to notify the Claremont Sun. The intent of the law there as far as being, it's publicly notified, it's getting on maybe the Union Township Facebook page is something convenient, able to be accessible, not just a personal page. I know there was an attempt made by Mr. McGraw, but also to the website. And again, the intent, I know going out to the public media or going out to the Claremont Sun, 24-hour notice, I don't know when that was. Mr. McGraw had it posted at 8:45 or so p.m. and the meeting was 6 p.m. the next day. So to meet the actual intent, right? So when published paper is on Thursday, do they even have an opportunity to publish? I know that when you look around at the townships in Claremont County, Pierce Township, they've got special meeting advertised greater than several days right now. City of Milford's got special meetings advertised greater than several days. We're going to continue to lead the way and be the best. I think we should lead the way and be the best there. I mean, there's no skin off anyone's back just to be able to meet that intent and go above the bare minimum. To that point, you did make reference that you would take action moving forward with it, and you've prepped the staff now. You're out of practice with special meetings. When is the last training that you have had for Ohio sunshine laws?
Ohio sunshine laws, I don't know, off the top of my head, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But I can tell you, we followed the law, and you mentioned intent. We did what we're supposed to do. We notified the local media. We did that, and we have a record of that within the prescribed time frame. There's no two ways. That's the bottom line. We notified the media like we've done in the past for special meetings. It's just that simple. And we're only allowed to stick to the topics on the agenda. It's the only thing we didn't do. As I said, we haven't had a special meeting in quite a while. I don't know when we haven't had a special meeting. It's been a while. We didn't get on the agenda. And I spoke to staff about it to make an effort to correct that. That's what I've said before, and I'll say it again tonight, is that was as I mentioned to staff, let's get on it.
So
It's just that, it's just that simple.
with local communities around the area, they at least hold to the standard that they're going to at least give greater than 24-hour public notice so that the public can see it, regardless of being published, regardless of saying you met the bare minimum of the of the 24-hour notice to the required media. The intent is there for the public. It's good to facilitate communication, open dialogue, and feedback from the people. That's for the people, of the people, by the people. That's who has voted you into office. So in addition to that, the Ohio Attorney General does have a great resource manual, because we talked about best practices, what's been utilized, and it was referenced that it's just what's been historically done, what's historically been done. So you can get this mailed to the House in less than a day. They're very efficient with the Ohio Attorney General's office, and this is 2019 Open Government Resource Manual for Ohio Sunshine Laws. So just to help to facilitate those type of steps, because again, speed with discipline, right? Understand the work that Union Township's trying to accomplish, but we've got to keep the community engaged. We got to keep them facilitated, have feedback, have great communication, and really set that performance level high.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad we settled it.
And honestly, when I first ran for office, one thing I brought up was where Mr. Geis alluded to almost 50,000 residents living here, and we have a lot of really bright and brilliant residents, and we want to get everybody, involved as much as possible with comments or ideas, things to help us be better and move forward, and we welcome your comments tonight. We're certainly always looking to improve. But honestly, we don't hold special meetings. All these other communities keep having these special meetings. We try to have our meetings on set dates so everybody knows, can expect when the date the meeting will be. And the only purpose for this meeting was there was a rush to get documents filled out so that right-of-way could be taken care of as far as some very important road projects. And we didn't want to hold up those road projects because of something that there was really no disagreement on that anybody knew of. So that's why we had the special meeting, but generally we don't have special meetings. And really, my question would be, why are all these other communities having all these special meetings? Why don't they make it part of their regular meeting too? So that's my take on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, as that opened up community discussion and a lot of questions coming in, as community leaders, so I'm sure you received a lot of questions about it. It's something that was not addressed at that Thursday meeting, 3 business days prior to say there will be a special meeting. So it begs to question, was this a need for an emergency meeting perhaps? I mean, the resolution was never out there, and again, no public comment on it. No one truly knows the fundamentals of the resolution that moved forward that allowed, I'd say, that Mr. Geis was able to get the documentation in for Wednesday and Thursday. But that, again, fundamentally, the government is transparency and accountability. And that's, it's not profit center, that is profits and loss, it's deficit and surplus, and it's transparency and accountability. Accountability to the people. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Please give us your